Hi everyone, so I want to show you how I changed my cloche for Samhain. So first of all, I've got these little Christmas trees that I spray painted black, and what I wanted to do was attach these to the back. I wanted to make it look like the stag is in a forest almost, but obviously I wanted black trees to fit in with the because I wanted like a hint of Halloween in my Samhain cloche. And then here what I'm doing, very awkwardly, is I'm trying to cut a hole in the leaf. This is so I can pass the stem of the other tree through it like I did with the first one. And then I bend the wire so that I can glue it to the back of the stag. This makes it so I can balance the tree where I want it, because I want it higher up. I wanted to add a bit more height to this cloche. So as you can see, I poke the wire through, and then I'm able to glue it directly to the stag to hold it in place, which is what I did with the first one. And it's just a case of holding it for a few seconds just to make sure the glue is setting. I also just pushed up the end of the leaf just to hide any of the wire. And as you can see, I've kept a lot of elements that were in there before from autumn, because obviously it's still autumn at the moment, and they fit in quite well with Samhain because of the like oranges, yellows and stuff, and obviously natural materials. Here I'm just moving it back a bit so you can see a bit better how it looks so far. And then I've got like this little glittery pumpkin, and I wanted to put that in place. Again, I wanted to add a touch of Halloween as well as Samhain to this. Obviously, Samhain and Halloween are celebrated on the same day, and are very similar, except Samhain's more celebrating like the final harvest of the year, whereas obviously Halloween is all about costumes and candy and that sort of thing. So yeah, these tiny mini glittery pumpkins, I put one in the middle, which is like a sort of black sparkly one, and then the orange one on the front. I then have got a dry leaf that was in the cloche that I crumbled up and sprinkled on the bottom to make it look like there was more little dried leaves everywhere, again to symbolise autumn. I then added a skull, because obviously Samhain as well is about obviously, you know, the end of a cycle and the start of a new one, and a lot of people will think about their ancestors at this time, and I wanted to have some sort of representation for that, so I included this little skull. And I did find later on that I'd positioned it slightly wrong, so I couldn't actually put the dome back on. So I did have to do a little bit of fiddling and moving around. I then wove some little mini micro LEDs throughout so that I can have it light up of a night time. And then I've got my piece of bark that I collected recently. I wanted to add that too, so I used a little bit of glue to pop that in. Now unfortunately, with the combination of this piece of bark and that skull on the other side, I couldn't get the dome on, so you'll see later on that what I do is I've actually broke down the bark and placed it around in several places around the base of the cloche. Here I'm trying to make it all stood up and everything, because I wanted the texture of the bark to show, because it's got a really nice texture and it's got like a knot in the wood and everything, and it looks quite nice. And this took a little bit of fiddling. It was quite awkward to get this to stay in place, so it is a shame I had to move it in the end, but never mind. And a trick with hot glue, if you want it to set quicker, just blow on the hot glue to cool it down, and it cools down quicker. That's what I was doing there. And that makes it set faster, so you can actually move your hand and you haven't got to sit there for a bit. So as you can see there, I've added all the elements that I wanted to add to this, and the lights don't show up very well at the moment, but obviously it'll glow better in the dark. My camera can't pick up the dark very well, but you can see the lights are on. And then what I did was put the dome on. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.